Tom Collier, the painting fool here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be doing a watercolor landscape from my imagination. I'll be using paints by Leningrad White Nights 12 by 16 inch 140 pound cold pressed paper by Arches, and a variety of brushes by Pro Art, Flo, Princeton, and Sterling Edwards. Water, of course, is courtesy of Mother Nature and the city of Duluth. The painting is titled Mountain Sunset. And a little bit of news here. I just went on a camping trip with my wife last week over to a little lake called Turtle Lake, kind of in central Minnesota. We had a pretty good time and the weather was gorgeous. I did a little plein air painting for the first time, and I thought I'd show you the results. This is a watercolor of the lake. And I did a little work in my sketchbook too. Everything's backwards and upside down, so bear with me. We had a good time, and I hope to do some more of that. Anyway, I hope you like watching the process today, and if you like it, please consider subscribing. Give me a thumbs up. If you do subscribe, you ring a little bell, you'll get notifications whenever I post something new up, or maybe reply to a comment that you've made. Okay, it's time to watch paint dry, so let's get started. Okay, I've wet the entire paper, so we'll get started here, putting a little violet in the sky and a little red. This is a sunset after all. This is carmine, or carmine, I guess you would pronounce it. And then the yellow and an orb representing the sun, and there we got a nice little sunset going. Where's the mountains, you say? Well, they're going to be coming up pretty soon. First we gotta work on this sky a little bit. I'm going to get some clouds in here. And I'm doing that by just drying off the brush, using a kind of a dry brush, and just lifting some of the paint up, and that's going to help form some clouds. Now we'll put some shadows in, a lot of shadows. Using a little tissue now, lifting again, putting some clouds in. It's going to be kind of a busy sky in this painting, I think. Not necessarily stormy, but lots of cloud shapes. I like clouds. Okay, I got my 1-inch Polar Flow flat wash brush, and I put these mountains in. Of course, the ones that are furthest back are going to be lighter, and the ones that are up close are going to be much darker, almost in silhouette, because the sun is setting back behind them, so it's going to throw them into silhouette. Got my trusty credit card out. I do a little bit of scraping. I put some highlights on the edges where the sun is kind of lighting up the edge of the mountains. Indicate some sun rays. Okay, I'm putting some probably sepia with some ultramarine, little purple, little violet, and going to indicate in some shadows and these clouds, give them a little bit more form. A couple little spritzes there, get the paper wet again, and put a little bit more red and yellow in our sunset. Turn it upside down, turn it on its side, spritzing some water in there, kind of let the paint do its thing. Because the paint can many times do its thing much better than I can. So we just kind of let everything kind of merge and blend together here. And hopefully we'll come out with a very nice, attractive, and dramatic sky. I'll give it a little bit of a dry. As a courtesy, I edited out the sound of the hair dryer, which I don't know about you, but I find somewhat annoying anyway, so there's no point in making you suffer. You can watch it, but you don't have to listen to it. Make these mountains a little darker. My intention, of course, is by making the mountains a little darker, I make the sky glow a little bit more. And we're going to cast some of the color from the sunset down into the lowlands, I guess you would call them. some grassy textures into the foreground. I have a couple of trees living in this scene from my brain, from my imagination, using my large hockey hake. Nobody knows how it's really pronounced. Brush. Hake, I guess, is what some have claimed. I kind of auto-instinctively want to call it a hake because it's spelled H-A-K-E. Hello. Had to peek over and see if I was still recording or not. These trees are going to be mostly in silhouette. Little highlights on the grass using my fan brush. We'll give this a signature. I'm kind of liking it. It's kind of a moody painting, but then I'm a moody guy sometimes, so people tell me. I rig her out and put some smaller branches, twigs, and so on and such in these trees. And there you have it, mountain sunset. Hope you enjoyed watching this and listening to me ramble on. If you did, I wish you would subscribe, and if you do subscribe, ring the little bell. That way you'll get notified whenever I upload something new. Meanwhile, we'll see you on the next go around. I'm Tom Collier, the Painting Fool.